Ji Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to English lectures by Usman Hanif. Today we are going to discuss some basic English grammar rules. This is lesson number 4. Let us look at the incorrect and correct sentences and then I will elaborate the rules about them. The first incorrect sentence is the matter is between he and I. Now it is wrong. The sentence is wrong because after the word between you always use third form of pronoun, right? The objective form of the pronoun. So he is the first form, him is the third form, I is the first form, me is the third form. So after between, whenever the word between appears, you are going to use a third form of pronoun. Him and me are the right options, right? So the second sentence is correct and the first is incorrect. Next example is he is taller than me. Now this sentence is also wrong or incorrect. The reason is that after the word than you always use first form of pronoun, right? After than always use first form of pronoun. So the second sentence is correct one. The first is wrong. Let's move to the next example. He is such a man who is liked by all. You can see the sentence has been crossed. The reason is that there is a rule of grammar that whenever such is followed by a WH word. Now what are WH words? Who, why, how, when, where, how. So whenever after the word such, whenever WH word is used, we convert that WH word into as. Okay, we remove WH word and we insert as. As is given in the second sentence. He is such a man as is liked by all. Okay, so when such is followed by a WH word, we should switch the WH word with as. We should replace the WH word with as. Let's move to the next sentence. He is same man who is liked by all. The same rule applies here. When the word same appears and is followed by a WH word, we have to remove that WH word and use as. So such and same, these two words are they follow the same rule. Whenever WH word appears after such or same, we remove the WH word and use as. Next example is he is the same man whom I helped yesterday. It is again wrong example. The right example is he is the same man whom I helped yesterday, right? So sorry to have made a mistake in this this particular slide. Whenever the same is used, after that we are supposed to change WH word into that, right? I hope you've got that. I have repeated these rules in the end of the page. Such is followed by WH and then WH is replaced by as. Another rule is same is followed by WH word and WH word is replaced by as. And when the same appears in the sentence, same and the same are different things. So whenever the same appears in the sentence and is followed by WH word, we are going to replace that WH word with that. So such के बाद अगर WH word आ जाए तो as आ जाएगा उसकी जगह पे, same के बाद WH word आ जाए तो उसके बाद as आ जाएगा और the same के बाद WH word आए तो that आएगा, right? So this was the rule. Let's move to the next particular page. Yes, you, he and I are enemies. Now this example is given here. When we are going to use, whenever we use three pronouns, the first person pronoun, second person pronoun and third person pronoun, how are we going to arrange them? Which pronoun will be used first? So the two different examples have been given here. You, he and I are enemies and I, you and he are friends. In the first example, they are talking about something bad, okay? And in the second example, they are talking about something good. The rule is given below. Whenever good action is done, the arrangement of pronoun will be like this. You, he and I, okay? He stands for any third person pronoun. And whenever something bad happens, bad action is done, the arrangement of pronoun should be I, he and you, right? Please note it and memorize it for the exams. Next example is this is a worth listening lecture. Now lecture is a noun and worth plus first form and ing is used in the wrong example. Now the right example is, this is a lecture worth listening. The rule is lecture is a noun, so noun should be used before worth and ing, right? So lecture is used before worth, which means that noun is used before worth, verb first form and ing, which is given on the bottom of the page. Let's move to the next example. He is more wiser than Aslam. Now this sentence is wrong because wiser is an adjective. Now remember, the rule is given below and there are two kinds of adjectives: regular adjectives and irregular adjectives. What are regular adjectives? Any adjective is regular if its second or third degree, which means if its comparative or superlative degree is made by adding er and est. Now that is called regular adjective. And then what is an irregular adjective? Irregular adjectives are those with which you don't use er or est for making comparative or superlative degree. Like beautiful. Beautiful is a word that is an irregular adjective. So we don't say it beautifuler or beautifulest. Rather we say more beautiful and most beautiful. So there is a difference between regular and irregular adjectives. Now you can't choose to make any adjective regular or irregular with your own choice. You have to follow the rules. I will, in some other video, I will explain what is the difference and how to judge whether an adjective is regular or irregular. But right here, I want to tell you that wise is a regular adjective. So we are not supposed to treat it as irregular. So he is wiser than Aslam is the correct sentence. Okay, more wiser. If you look at the example, more wiser, the first example, the mistake that is done by the author is that he has treated it as not only regularly but also irregularly. So a sentence cannot be, an adjective cannot be regular and irregular at the same time. It must be either regular or irregular, right? Let's move on to the next slide. The rule is, this example is, he is senior than me. Now this is also a wrong sentence. Remember, the rule is given below. The words which have been mentioned here and shown as bold words: superior, inferior, senior, junior, prior. Whenever any of these words appear, we are going to use preposition to. Okay, superior to, inferior to, senior to, junior to, and prior to. We are not supposed to use than with them. Okay, we are going to use to. So to is the preposition specifically used for these particular adjectives, right? Let's come to the next slide. Example is, she is taller than me. Now the example is wrong because than is always followed by first form of pronoun, which means subjective form. As the rule is given here, than plus subjective form of pronoun is used. Okay, let's move to the next example. He knows to read. The rule is, whenever know, the word know is followed by to, we have to convert it to how to. He knows to read is wrong, so he knows how to read. Okay, so know is followed by not only to but how to. Let's move to the next example. He goes frequently there. Now what is wrong with this example? He frequently goes there is the right example. Now ly, it's the ending of those words which are usually called adverbs. Adverb, if you want to know what is the guess for whenever you want to guess if a word is adverb or not, you just have to look at ly at the end of the word. Now frequently is definitely an adverb because it ends with ly. Now what is the placement of adverb in a sentence? There are two answers to this question. Frequently is related to time, so it is called adverb of time. Remember, adverb of time is used before verb, so frequently is used before verb here. He frequently goes there. We can't say he goes frequently there because goes is a verb and adverb of time should appear before verb. The next rule is adverb of place and adverb of manner. These are always used after verb. So adverb of time appears before verb, adverb of place and manner appear after verb. The example has been given below. He runs quickly. Quickly is an adverb of manner, right? So it is used after verb. In the next slide, we see there is an example. He neither helps nor is a good man. This example is wrong. Why? Because remember, there is a rule, and which is also given below. When neither is followed by a noun, nor must be also be followed by a noun. When neither is followed by a verb, nor is also followed by a verb. When neither is followed by an adjective, nor is also followed by an adjective. Whereas in the first wrong example, neither is followed by a verb, but nor is not followed by a verb. So that's why the example is wrong. The right example is he neither helps nor takes help. So neither is followed by helps. Helps is a verb, and nor is also followed by a verb, takes. That's the end of the lecture today. Please subscribe the channel for more such informative videos. I will keep working hard to just bring some of the best products of English language before you. This relationship will continue. Please press the subscribe button and press the bell icon. See you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Take care.